everyone. Breaking now, stocks are plummeting. At one point this morning, the Dow Jones was down more than 2,000 points and trading was stopped for 15 minutes. Fear over the coronavirus and the big drop in the price of crude oil have investors on edge. There are now 6 presumed cases of coronavirus in Pennsylvania. All of the patients are in eastern Pennsylvania and they are under home quarantine.
And in the past half hour, UPMC officials gave us an update on what's being done to get ahead of the virus. Channel 11's Jillian Hartman joins us live with the breaking details from there. Jillian.
Well, UPMC officials just confirmed there are no coronavirus cases at any UPMC hospitals or facilities. But since last week, they have sent out testing samples to the state. Now, UPMC doctors say they are mainly testing those who have traveled where there are no confirmed cases or have come in contact with someone who has the coronavirus. At this time, officials will not identify the patients who are being tested. Right now, UPMC is working to create their own test to speed up this process of diagnosing cases. According to recent data in China, doctors say the coronavirus right now is having more of an impact on older people because they tend to have other underlying health conditions. Officials are now asking people not to visit their loved ones at long-term facilities if they are feeling sick or have minor cold symptoms. Doctors are also asking parents to practice good hygiene and teach their kids those same practices.
What we do know about infectious diseases in children, and we suspect is true about COVID-19, is that children are very good at spreading disease even when they may not feel very sick, because they can be running around playing and yet be infected.
Now, good news for children. Doctors say it appears symptoms seem to be much more mild for children, according to recent data. Right now, this is an evolving situation. As we learn more about the coronavirus, UPMC officials are asking people to educate themselves and stay vigilant. Now, if there is a confirmed case at UPMC, officials say they do have plans and protocols in place. I'll have those details tonight on Channel 11 News at 5. Reporting live, I'm Jillian Hartman, Channel 11 News.
And as we learn more about coronavirus, UPMC officials are asking people to educate themselves and stay vigilant, as Jilly said. So right now, there are 6 presumed cases in Pennsylvania. All are in the eastern part of the state. Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto tells Channel 11 the city is, of course, preparing for cases here.
Planning about what would happen if 3 weeks we're not able to have employees come to work. Planning what it would be like if 40% of our workforce were to be infected.
As the number of new cases of coronavirus and death toll numbers continue to rise worldwide, more people in the U.S. are seeking answers and directions on how they can avoid the virus and help stop an outbreak in this country. NBC's Tom Costello has that part of the story.
3,500 people on the Grand Princess cruise ship will disembark in Oakland, California, after being ordered to remain at sea so coronavirus test kits could be delivered. Of the just 45 people tested, 21 have confirmed cases, 19 of them crew members. All guests will remain in isolation for 14 days. It comes as the State Department issued a warning on Sunday that Americans, particularly travelers with underlying health conditions, should not travel by cruise ship. While here in the U.S., anxiety levels are rising from coast to coast, along with the number of cases. 2 members of Congress are now under self-quarantine after coming into contact with people who tested positive for the virus. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas and Congressman Paul Gosar of Arizona. Neither are experiencing symptoms. Cruz releasing a statement saying everyone should continue to treat this outbreak seriously and be driven by facts and medical science. The announcement comes as the Trump administration is facing criticism for sending mixed messages.
We don't have enough tests today to meet what we anticipate will be the demand going forward.
The president later contradicting the vice president.
Anybody that needs a test gets a test. They're there. They have the test. And the tests are beautiful.
The government has not released official numbers, but a watchdog group called the COVID-19 Tracking Project says just 3,200 Americans have been tested, compared with 188,000 in South Korea and 18,000 in the UK, where there are far fewer cases. I'm Tom Costello in Washington. Back to you.
Vitalant and other blood centers are urging healthy people to donate blood and want everyone to know giving blood is safe. Blood centers have always required people to be in good health to donate, and strict health and safety rules have to be followed. There is an urgent need for all blood types. You can stay up to date with the latest numbers of cases on the WPXI News app. We've also set up a special coronavirus section for you on the WPXI.com website that has all the latest information.
Breaking at noon, a local priest sentenced to jail for molesting a child has had his sentence vacated. Father Hugh Lang was ordered to spend nearly 2 years in jail for abusing an 11-year-old boy at St. Therese Church in Munhall. But he asked for a new trial since the statute of limitations had expired. The previous judge assigned to that case did not address that issue, but this morning a new judge agreed to vacate Lang's sentence and give him a new trial.
These two men are facing charges. A woman called police after she heard noises, and when police arrived, they found the men on the roof.
They're charged with attempted burglary. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer learned the excuse they gave police.
According to court documents, police were called for a burglary in progress. When they got to Brownsville Road here, they found two guys on the roof of this apartment building. Richard Sikora and Tariq Asker Smith arrested after police caught them on the roof of an apartment building wearing gloves with their faces covered. It was Sunday afternoon in Carrick, and according to police paperwork, a woman who lives on the second story heard loud banging and felt the building shake. She called cops, who pulled up to Brownsville Road right around 4. A scene captured in this viewer photo. One officer reportedly climbed up on the roof and held the pair at gunpoint.
Bunch of cops, like 9 of them, yeah. And there's a lady right there, but I didn't know what was going on.
The pair reportedly told police they got up top by shimmying up the back of a next-door auto shop. Asker Smith reportedly claimed that they both practice the sport of parkour and often climb buildings. And you'll hear more from those witnesses tonight at 5, shocked considering there's a daycare on the first floor of this building. Now, meantime, both of those guys, they're charged with trespassing. They did post bail. Reporting in Carrick, I'm Liz Kilmer, Channel 11 News.
A driver lost control on the Parkway North heading into the city right during the morning rush. That driver flipped the car near the Hazlitt Street exit. No word on if anyone was hurt, and no other cars were involved. Channel 11 just got new information on an accident involving a Pittsburgh police SUV. This was the scene early this morning on Railroad Street in the Strip District. Police tell us the officer was responding to a disabled vehicle call when the cruiser was rear-ended. Police say Dontel Sales was behind the wheel of the SUV. He was taken into custody and charged with DUI and other charges.
A spring-like day with temperatures soaring into the 60s.
It's kind of amazing out there right now. Yeah. Meteorologist Daniel Dozier is tracking, though, when rain is going to be back in the picture in Severe Weather Center 11.
Well, womp womp.
Yeah.
Get out and enjoy today, guys. Yeah, rain moving in as we head into tomorrow morning. A live look over the city, 59 degrees, and a lot of locations are pushing into the 60s. That's right, this afternoon. The wind is gusty, so you're going to see that camera shaking, but we do have that sunshine out there this morning and afternoon now, and the temperatures are responding nicely. So we've got 61 in Greensburg, Butler, 62 in Beaver, and 62 in Washington. Here are the winds right now, sustained up to 23 in Greensburg, and we do have higher gusts to talk about, 35 in Greensburg. That's kind of the anomaly there, as a lot of other locations are gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. So we'll keep the gusts close to that for many places today. Temperature will climb up to 66 this afternoon, which is more of that late April feel. I do have rain in the forecast. I've got wind to talk about as well for tonight. All that still to come in my Severe Weather Team 11 forecast.
All right, thanks, Danielle. A busy road in Wilkins Township shut down today, and it will be closed until July. The detour signs are up on Rhode Ave Road. PennDOT is replacing a bridge over Chalfont Run. It's a nearly $1 million project. It will force drivers to detour between William Penn Highway and Penn Center Boulevard. A new warning today, watch out for workers in construction zones. Starting today, the state will start using cameras to catch speeders in highway work zones. The program uses cameras mounted to cars. Those cameras detect drivers who are going at least 11 miles over the speed limit. The ticket will be mailed to you and is considered a civil citation. The first offense is a warning. The second offense is a $75 fine, and it goes up from there. PennDOT posts a map of all zones where speed enforcement is occurring in work zones, and you can find a link on the WPXI News app.
2 people are dead, 3 others hurt after a crash involving a horse-drawn buggy. Police say the buggy was hit from behind by a logging truck in Venango County yesterday. A mother and a boy died at the scene. A girl was flown to Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. A man flown to a hospital in Ohio, and a boy was treated and released. The driver of the logging truck is cooperating with police.
A child is okay after being hit by a car in Pittsburgh's Knoxville neighborhood. We saw a lot of police activity and an ambulance last night on Suncrest Street. We're told the child was not badly hurt and was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Police say the driver stayed on scene. State police in Indiana County need your help finding 2 people wanted in connection with a hit and run. State police sent us these surveillance pictures. They were taken last month at a CVS in White Township. Police say the pair left the scene of a crash in the store's parking lot. If you recognize them, police want to hear from you.
We saw changes in local churches this past weekend because of coronavirus fears. The extraordinary measure the Pope made to try to stop the spread at the Vatican.
A royal farewell for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The couple makes their last official appearance as royals.
I don't think my kids would have had a Christmas tree that first year if it weren't for them.
Her husband died while running the Pittsburgh 10-miler. The help she received and how she's paying it forward.
It's nice out there today, but rain is going to be back in the forecast. I've got an hour-by-hour look at the timing.
Channel 11 News and NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
We're a team you can count on to cover stories that impact your life,
whether it's across the street or around the world.
Channel 11 News at 6.
And NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. Avoid scams, save money, and find great deals. Top consumer advocate Clark Howard. Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. on WPXI Now. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist Stephen Cropper tracking the weather in your neighborhood.
We're back with breaking news, and stocks have been plummeting today. At one point this morning, the Dow Jones was down more than 2,000 points, and trading was stopped for 15 minutes. Fear over the coronavirus and a big drop in the price of crude oil have investors on edge. And concerns about the coronavirus changed the face of Catholic Mass across our area this weekend. Yesterday was the first Sunday Mass without wine offered at communion. Handshakes and physical contact during the sign of peace are also temporarily suspended. Those who feel sick are being asked to stay home. Chalices will also be cleaned more frequently. And there are, of course, no confirmed cases of coronavirus here in Allegheny County right now. But the church is making the changes out of an abundance of caution. In an extraordinary measure aimed at discouraging crowds, Pope Francis did not appear at a Vatican window yesterday to deliver his blessing and remarks. Instead, a video of him reading and reciting prayers in the Vatican's library was live streamed on screens set up in St. Peter's Square. Francis did appear at the window for a few seconds to wave to the people below the square, but he made no comments. Several thousands of tourists and faithful turned out anyway. Scientists at the Medical College of Georgia will soon unveil an app that can help you figure out your risk for coronavirus. The app will ask you questions about your current location, recent travel history, and common symptoms. The data will be plugged into an algorithm to calculate your risk and alert the nearest testing facility if a health check is needed. The app should be free and be available in a few weeks. A special coronavirus section is up now, the WPXI News app. Not only can you track the latest cases, but you can also get tips about spring break travel, how it's impacting shoppers at Costco, and the changes being made in the NHL.
PennDOT has officially been issuing real ID cards for more than a year, but not many people are signing up. More than 826,000 people got a real ID in Pennsylvania in the last year. PennDOT projected around 1.3 million would sign up. The goal is for people to make a choice before the October 1st deadline. After that, you'll need a real ID, a passport, or a military ID to board a plane or enter a federal building or military base.
A warning from state police. They say a scammer is trying to get your money by claiming your computer has a virus. This happened to a woman in Wilmington, Mercer County. It's an old trick. Police say she got a pop-up notification appearing to be from Microsoft saying she got a virus. The voice from the pop-up instructed her to buy hundreds of dollars in eBay gift cards and to give them her bank account information. Police are reminding folks to never give out your personal information, and companies like Microsoft will not accept gift cards as payments.
Some much-needed help is on the way to help a local food pantry after a recent break-in. Today, the Clearview Federal Credit Union will donate $2,000 to the Face Restoration's food pantry in Center Township. Channel 11 was first to show you the damage after a break-in last month. Not only was food taken, but thousands of dollars in computers and other electronics were destroyed. The Faith Restoration's food pantry helps more than 400 families in Beaver County.
A royal farewell for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle after a busy weekend of events. The couple making their last official appearance as senior royals today. Today was the last time they'll work with the entire royal family.
Now they will live in self-imposed exile in North America. NBC's Molly Hunter reported from outside Buckingham Palace.
Everywhere they went, there was applause, more applause, and even more applause. In their final events as senior working royals, Harry and Meghan going out with a bang. A standing ovation Saturday night, the pair stunning in matching red, Harry's final event in his official Royal Marines capacity. The Mountbatten Festival of Music marking 75 years since the end of World War II. Their schedule was packed. While Harry hit the track with Formula One star Lewis Hamilton, Meghan made a surprise visit to one of her patronages, the National Theater. But all weekend, Meghan was all smiles. They both were.
Do you think Harry would be welcome back if they decide ever to move back?
This is a transition period they're entering at the moment. It's a 12-month period. If it works out fine, we'll continue with it. If it doesn't work out, the door's open. They'll have him back.
And all of it culminating today with the Commonwealth service in Westminster Abbey. The whole family will be there.
But as far as the public here is concerned, there is a little bit of sadness that two of the most vibrant, most popular royals will no longer be regular fixtures here. But over the weekend, the couple putting their full star power on display, some even saying they're showing everyone what they'll be missing. Molly Hunter, NBC News, London.
Your severe winter Team 11 forecast.
Good afternoon. Taking a look at the temperatures out there. We are in the 60s up north in Cranberry and Butler. It is 61. It's 63 already in Beaver. Here across Allegheny County, still holding at 59 in Pittsburgh, but it's in the lower 60s elsewhere. From Monroeville, that is, to Bethel Park and out toward Bakerstown as well. Wider picture shows temperatures down south are also checking in the 60s for the most part. Even Morgantown at 61. If you want to get out here today, I I would encourage you to do so. Maybe you want to do a little grilling. Watch the embers if you have one of those old charcoal grills, because the winds are a bit breezy today, but the temperatures are really lovely. 66 at 5 o'clock, 63 at 6. We do build in the clouds, though. You may have been outside today and noticed some mid and high level clouds. Those will be with us, and the clouds will thicken up even more so by evening. Tonight, we're looking at a pretty mild night compared to average, 49 degrees. We should be in the 20s. So when you head out the door, you'll need a light jacket, but it will not be too terribly bad. It may feel a little cooler, though, because the winds will be increasing toward tomorrow morning. Those winds could gust up to 25 and 30 miles per hour into your Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, temperatures will be climbing above average and in the upper 50s. We're going to be tracking scattered showers moving through the area, so you're going to need your umbrella. Those winds will be southwest and then shift toward the northwest late day as a cold front comes through. Those winds will be strong throughout the afternoon as well. 10 to 20 miles per hour sustained. We'll have some higher gusts up to near 30 miles per hour. Here's the wide picture, storm tracker Doppler 11 radar, and those clouds back toward the west, at least the thicker ones, as you see, and the rain is as well. Even has some snow there in parts of the Midwest. What's coming for us is the rain, and here's storm tracker at 5 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have those clouds across the area. Those clouds will thicken up toward evening. Here's 9:30. It's still dry, though. Dry during much of the overnight, if not all of the overnight period. Showers, though, will be around for your Tuesday morning commute, especially if you're heading out early. Places like Newcastle and Butler at 5:30 in the morning getting wet. Showers will continue to build in from the west throughout your morning commute. Here's 7:30, making for some damp roadways from Pittsburgh across much of the area. Here's 1:30 in the afternoon, scattered showers. Pockets of moderate rain are showing up in yellow. Heavier rain on our map will show up in orange. And as we head through the afternoon, there is the potential that we get a few rumbles of thunder as that cold front pushes through. So here's 4 o'clock. You can see that there with some pockets of heavier rain there in orange. And these showers will continue to move out as the cold front pushes that direction, leaving us with a fairly quiet evening commute. Some damp roads, but a few lingering showers there around Uniontown and points toward the southeast at 6:30 Tuesday evening. 5-day forecast, and you'll see the above average temperatures. We should be in the 40s for highs, and you can see by Tuesday 59, 51 Wednesday, 58 Thursday. A couple of evening shower chances Wednesday and Thursday. Showers become a little more likely Friday. I've really adjusted the temperature based on some latest data coming in this afternoon for Friday. We'll keep you updated on how that unfolds. Meanwhile, your weekend is always in view. We've got mostly sunny skies on Saturday at 46. Sunday, we may be tracking a little bit of a rain-snow mix across parts of the area, especially well south of Pittsburgh. Again, we're going to keep you updated on how that forecast trends. And in the next half hour, I'm going to walk you through your hour-by-hour wind forecast, because I want to talk to you about how those winds will be later tonight and tomorrow.
The internet is a place for a different kind of campaign ad. The one candidate, I should say, that could really take advantage of them.
A new policy in place at a local movie theater. The reason they don't want kids inside without a parent.
Hey Pittsburgh, if you haven't signed up for local steals and deals, now is the time. Just get out your phone and text the word WPXI to phone number 65,000, and I'll send you everything you need to get the most exclusive deals in town. That's WPXI to phone number 65,000, and you'll be the first to know.
In Severe Weather Center 11, we cover weather everywhere you live.
And we have the experience to get it right. We know the weather patterns across our neighborhoods and understand the unique influences on your area.
It's why there can be heavy downpours in northern Allegheny County,
while it's dry in Greensburg and snow is moving into Irwin.
Our priority is to prepare you for the weather in your neighborhood.
Count on Severe Weather Team 11 on Channel 11 News.
Tracking storms where you live.
forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
If you are under the age of 18, you cannot go to the movies alone in Monroeville. According to the Trib, the Cinemark Monroeville Mall posted signs about the new policy. The rule says no one under the age of 18 is allowed in the theater after 6 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays unless they have a parent or guardian with them. That's the same policy the mall created back in 2017. Officials say the policy comes after several violent incidents at the mall, including a shooting outside the movie theater. Channel 11 told you about that shooting back in September. 3 men were arrested. Officials hope the new policy will help curb criminal and juvenile activity.
A plane got stuck in a tree after making an emergency landing in the backyard of a Florida home, and that landing likely saved lives. This is a sight you don't see every day. A plane sitting in a tree, hanging in that tree in a neighborhood near the airport in Destin, Florida. The homeowner was out walking her dog when the plane crashed.
As I'm walking up to my house, I see people with ladders climbing over my fence. I'm like, hey, what's going on? What are you guys doing? And they said a plane crashed in your backyard.
That plane came just a few feet away from crashing into that woman's home. Amazingly, no one was hurt. 2 men and a dog were on board, and they all walked away without a scratch.
Wow. A man running the Pittsburgh 10-miler suddenly died.
Having to wake up one day and have your whole life flipped upside down like that is something that is really hard to cope with.
How his widow is now helping others dealing with tragedies.
You're streaming WPXI now, your source for breaking news, weather, and original local shows. Murder, mystery, and the missing. Justice Rules profiles real-life crime stories. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. right here on WPXI. On Channel 11 Morning News for breaking news. Now, we've expanded our coverage of breaking news where you live. Our anchor connects you to new information all morning long. Don't miss anything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Watch Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
breaking. Right now, there is a 7th presumed positive case of coronavirus in Pennsylvania. The state health department says it is a Montgomery County resident in the Philadelphia area. It is an adult who is in the hospital of the University of Pennsylvania in critical condition. This person tested presumptive positive after international exposure to the virus. The 3 Pennsylvania counties with confirmed cases are Montgomery and Delaware County near Philly, and 1 in Wayne County near Scranton.
I don't think my kids would have had a Christmas tree that first year if it weren't for them.
Her husband died while running in the Pittsburgh 10-miler. And now 4.5 years later, she told Channel 11's Aaron Martin about the support she received and how she's helping victims of other sudden tragedies.
That's a picture of Josie when she was a baby, looking at her dad.
Tracy Kovacic lost her husband more than 4 years ago, but his presence is still very much in her home.
Having to wake up one day and have your whole life flipped upside down like that is something that is really hard to cope with.
Mike Kovacic was running the EQT Pittsburgh 10-miler in October 2015 when he collapsed. The 32-year-old died a half hour later, leaving behind Tracy, a 3-year-old, and a 5-month-old.
One of the hardest things to realize after a death like that is that everybody else goes back to their normal lives.
Tracy has been surrounded by family and friends to help her grieve and raise her kids.
Just because my brother's gone, Tracy is still very much my sister.
It brought us way closer together.
But she realized other families didn't have the same support system, which led her to help start Angels by Your Side. The nonprofit helps families in the aftermath of a sudden death, whether through a home improvement project or helping a family move.
They came over and they got all of my Christmas decorations hung up. I didn't know that was happening. I didn't ask for it, but it made such a big difference for me that year. I don't think my kids would have had a Christmas tree that first year if it weren't for them.
Just a few months ago, they returned the favor, hanging Christmas lights for another family in need. It's the type of help this group wants to provide, with some assistance from the heavens.
I know it's really hard to ask for help, but we've been there, and we know how painful that time can be.
Now, that foundation was started not only to honor Mike Kovacic, but his friend Joe Gazzetti as well, who was also lost way too soon. Next month, there is going to be a fundraiser, a memorial fundraiser to honor them and to raise money so Angels by Your Side can help even more families in 2020. For more information on that, and if you would like to help, we put all that information on our website, WPXI.com. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Aaron Martin, Channel 11 News.
We have some sunshine out there and temperatures well above average today.
Beautiful day at this point, but the wind is going to be picking up tonight. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier has your hour-by-hour wind forecast now for the next 24 hours.
So it's pretty breezy out there right now. We've had occasional gusts to 25 miles per hour and slightly higher out in the Greensburg area. Those winds I wanted to show you because we have them expected to pick up overnight tonight and into your day Tuesday. This is a look at our hour-by-hour wind forecast starting you out this afternoon. Those winds will be sustained anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour with those higher gusts. They will lighten up briefly later tonight between 5 and 10 miles per hour. That's a look at 10 p.m. But watch what happens as we head closer into your Tuesday morning. This is 5 a.m. So when you're driving into work, it's going to be a pretty gusty drive in as those winds will be sustained anywhere from about 10 to 20 miles per hour and even higher as we head into Tuesday afternoon. So 4 p.m. those winds are sustained up around 20 and 25 miles per hour across much of the area, and I think they'll gust even higher to 30, maybe 35 miles per hour as a cold front blows through. I'm tracking how much rain we're expected to see for the day on Tuesday. Still to come in just a few minutes.
A middle school volunteer kicked off campus after failing a security clearance. The school district is clearing up some confusion about this. According to Norwin officials, the man passed all background checks and was allowed to work on the musical Frozen Jr. After the clearance check, he pleaded guilty to corruption of minors, including providing a teen with alcohol. Police are checking to see if he broke any laws by not telling the district that his criminal record had changed.
This local canine is about to get new body armor. Stella works with the Aliquippa Police Department. She's getting a bullet and stab protective vest from a nonprofit organization called Vested Interest in Canines. It should arrive before this summer. A local school board president is resigning after moving within the district. Highland School Board President Misty Kybrinski announced her resignation last night. She says that she moved out of Region 2 and into Region 3 last week, and she was elected by Region 2. The board is elected region by region with 3 representatives from each. The school board will hold a special meeting tonight to advertise the vacant seats.
Now to Decision 2020 coverage. The candidates no longer relying just on television ads to get their messages out. Each candidate is spending millions of dollars online. That is expected. But Channel 11's Blair Miller shows us how what they are doing online is changing the political landscape. And this year we could see a historic impact.
I'm Joe Biden.
This is how we're used to seeing campaigns.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
But now the campaigns are much more digitally focused and with humor.
And I'm not going to die.
The Trump campaign recently launched what they're calling the Army for Trump.
Become a digital activist. Join the fight online.
They want to recruit 2 million volunteers to help share their message online. It comes after the popularity of the memes by one-time candidate Michael Bloomberg, shared from person to person through text or social media posts. While his campaign failed to succeed, it did achieve getting attention online.
Politicians have always been trying to be relatable. You know, is this a guy you could have a beer with?
American University professor Scott Talon studies the candidates and social media.
How does it translate as far as votes? Are we able to judge that yet?
Not yet. You're using a proxy of sort of views, hits, shares as saying, oh, there's something there.
Who's going to decide this election? Do you think millennials will be the ones who decide this?
If you look at history, it's usually not the young people. If Bernie Sanders does turn out to be the nominee, and that's not a prediction, it's only the context of he will bring young people into the fold like we've never seen. It will be potentially historic.
Well, we cover way too many stories about people caught on doorbell cameras doing bad things.
We do, but the cameras also catch a lot of good.
We found your wallet.
A look at some of the good deeds and the impact they can have.
First, the hidden fees you need to be on the lookout for before you book your next vacation.
A special song and a meal to honor police. The local elementary school hosted nearly 20 officers to teach students kindness and an appreciation for law enforcement.
We really appreciate when we are invited to take part in things like this.
Giving back to those who protect and serve makes us proud to be from Pittsburgh.
Proud to be from Pittsburgh. Brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Great cars, great people. For a great deal on a Honda, visit shop.
If you're planning your summer vacation, there's a chance that you're looking to rent a home rather than book a hotel. But be careful. The nonprofit group Consumers Checkbook says some companies are ripping people off with hidden rental fees, and they have flagged 3 websites. They claim Verbo, HomeAway, and FlipKey lured customers with cheap prices that did not reflect the real cost. The group says in a quarter of the properties they searched, the final price was about 25% higher than what it appeared to be because of hidden fees. Expedia owns 2 of the websites. It says it's always looking for ways to improve its customer experience.
Tax season is underway. Many Americans are paying to file their taxes online when they don't have to. A quick search for free tax filing will link you to products that they say are free, but as you fill out the online forms, surprise fees pop up. A government audit last year estimates that more than 14 million people eligible for Free File paid to file their taxes. That's an estimated $1 billion they could have kept.
The tax prep industry has done somersaults to trick taxpayers into paying for their paid services when they're eligible for free ones.
If you make $69,000 or less, you can file for free through the IRS website.
Doorbell cameras don't just catch people doing bad things.
We found your wallet.
A look at some of the good stuff caught on camera.
We told you rain was moving in, but how much is moving in? I want to let you know which areas I think may see some heavier rainfall.
WPXI Now. When a major story breaks, this is where you'll find 24-hour coverage. From the Channel 11 newsroom to our crews live in the field, we'll bring you the information you need right now. WPXI Now. Always on when you want the latest on break.
Else like the breaking news desk in Pittsburgh. You're going to get breaking news as it's happening.
We have an anchor now dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
That is a resource no one else has. So if you see me on the breaking news desk, you know it's an important story.
Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
All too often we hear about the bad things caught on doorbell cameras, but there are plenty of good things happening when you think no one's watching.
Jose Diaz-Balart takes a look at some of the good deeds caught on camera.
When we think no one is watching,
We found your wallet.
our truest selves are revealed.
You just thought we would give it back to you. So.
These kids in Colorado returning a wallet. This FedEx driver folding a customer's American flag correctly. FedEx worker Mel Marlette in Missouri caught on camera going above and beyond.
Grab the shovel and, like I've done
many countless times before. Started shoveling and I cleared the stoop up.
Shoveling Jody Lafreniere's walkway.
I think we're so eager to catch that person doing something wrong. We hardly ever catch anybody doing something right.
There are, it turns out, so many people doing right, like sanitation worker Billy Shelby, who spotted 88-year-old Opal fall in her driveway.
And when she fell, of course, I jumped out the truck and ran over there, and I could tell she was in distress.
Since then, he's added a new duty to his route. Her daughter watches it unfold from her phone.
I see the sanitation worker walking my mom up arm in arm. They were just having some great conversation.
No one else had never done that, but he does, and he still does.
I just knew I was doing the right thing. You know, doing the right thing ain't hard to do.
Then there's this video. 2-year-old Cohen running, arms outstretched, toward pizza delivery man Ryan.
I thought it was so funny that my toddler just ran out and hugged a stranger.
His mother shared the video online. Ryan saw it and posted, "This little guy has no idea how much I actually needed that this week."
Upon going to his Facebook, that's when I saw the GoFundMe and that his daughter had recently passed, like within the last week. My heart absolutely breaks for the family. I can't imagine what they're going through.
A hug with an impact. So many little acts of kindness adding up and finally being seen.
I learned that there's still good people in this world.
You truly never know what people are going through, so always choose to be kind.
A lot of good deeds out there. That video of the little boy hugging the pizza guy had a ripple effect.
Tens of thousands of dollars was raised for the delivery driver's family in an online fundraiser.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our regional visible satellite, which is going to show us where all those thick clouds are, and they are back off to the west. So we are going to increase those mid and high level clouds throughout the day today. Thicker clouds will be arriving later this evening. Temperatures are in the upper 50s still in Pittsburgh, but we're in the 60s in Greensburg, Washington, Waynesburg, Indiana, Butler, Beaver, all with the fantastic late April feel out there. For this afternoon, those temperatures will be climbing into the mid-60s. Our winds are still pretty strong, gusting to 22 in Butler, 23 in Pittsburgh. Those gusts across much of the area will be around 25 miles per hour later on today. Our suncast over the next couple of days, so we're going to have several more hours of sunshine before those thick clouds arrive for the day today. Not a whole lot of sunshine tomorrow, though. On Tuesday, it's going to be fairly cloudy with the rain moving through. Maybe a couple of hours Wednesday and Thursday, but I do think mostly cloudy to partly sunny as we head through the middle part of the week. Low temperatures tonight, upper 40s to low 50s. This is incredible considering we should be in the 20s for overnight lows and morning temperatures. So about 48 in Butler, 49 Pittsburgh, 50 in Washington, and 51 in Uniontown. So the start of the day will be mild compared to average. You're going to need the jacket. You're also going to need your umbrella. We're tracking that rain. Scattered showers, isolated thunder, damp roads. Good news is no flood threat is expected because the rainfall totals will be fairly light. And also, this is going to be kind of an in and out system, so it won't be prolonged. You can see here tomorrow, hour by hour, we're looking at temperatures in the 50s at 8 o'clock, 56 at the lunch hour, and as we head through midday, we're looking at the temperatures climbing into the upper 50s, cooling a bit by 5 o'clock to that temperature at 53. Still, it is going to be well above average. Average is 40s, as you see. Looking at storm tracker, 6 o'clock in the afternoon for today. Mostly cloudy as we head into late tonight. Here's 10 p.m. Those clouds have really thickened up across the area. Cloudy overnight tonight. We are looking at the bulk of the rain moving in, though, for your Tuesday morning commute. So here's 6 o'clock in the morning. Showers in Newcastle, Butler, and around the Beaver area. Those will continue to spread in from the west. So again, rain gear for sure for the day on Tuesday. 8 o'clock in the morning, still dealing with some rain around the area from Pittsburgh into Katanning, and then scattered showers for the 2 o'clock hour. Look at the yellow color. That's representative of where we're going to have pockets of moderate rain. Heavier rain shows up in the areas in orange. So as this cold front pushes throughout the day tomorrow, not only are we looking at some rain, but there could be some thunder as well. So don't be surprised if you hear that. 6 o'clock looks like the bulk of the heaviest rain is out of here. Still a few lingering showers well to our south and to our east, but rainfall amounts, as I mentioned, fairly light, about 0.2 to 0.4 inches, depending on your location, maybe a little more more to the north and a little less well to the east. 5-day forecast, your weekend always in view. 59 Tuesday, 51 Wednesday, really above average. As we head through the week, some evening showers both Wednesday and Thursday. Showery skies on Friday. Your weekend for now looks pretty good, but we're going to keep our eye on Sunday, which could bring a little bit of a rain-snow mix to the area. Something we will keep you updated on.
All right, thanks, Danielle. Usually people trying to get rid of rattlesnakes, but a local group says we need more of these snakes. The push to save them. Next.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coraopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News.
Judge Judy.
The Western Pennsylvania Conservancy is working to save a type of snake. They want to create more habitat for the eastern Massasauga rattlesnake, rather. There are only 500 of them left in the state. They can only be found in Butler and Venango counties. The Massasaugas are reclusive, and they live in rural, non-residential areas. The Conservancy is looking to buy land and create habitats for the species.
The home of a former Pirates legend is going up for auction. Bill Mazeroski and his wife are auctioning off their house in Hempfield Township. According to the Trib, close to 100 people explored the Mazeroski family's former home Sunday afternoon during a 3-hour open house. It has 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. It sits on over 19 acres. And it's being sold as is. The auction is set for March 22nd. Get ready for a spectacular view from our lunar neighbor. If we get a break in the clouds, a true full moon will light up the sky tonight. Will we be able to see it, Danielle? It is also known as the full worm moon. She says not really good chance to see it. Supermoons happen when the moon is at its closest approach to the Earth's orbit, and the moon will seem bigger and brighter.
Maybe there's a chance, small break in the clouds.
My word for it, I guess. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. I'm Gordon Lash.
And I'm Catherine Amenta.
At Channel 11 Morning News, we help you prepare for the day ahead.
definitely the heavy rain gear today with temperatures.
Heavier delays for the inbound morning commute.
We expanded our breaking news team to better cover news happening right now and give you new information throughout the morning.
Let's get right to Jennifer Tomazik live.